I think we had a really good COVID period in terms of individual training, and then we came back together and we got a lot of good work in before the end of last season. And I think we've carried that fitness or level of understanding into this new season. So we've got a bit of momentum at the moment. We certainly want to keep that. I'm very happy with the way they're controlling the game. I think I've spoken about this before. They've both got a really good skill set. Even the young guys, Jake and Jack, who haven't really had an opportunity yet. We're definitely moving towards a system where they're taking full control of the team once they're on the field, and I think Ben and JJ do a really good job at that at the moment, and it'll only be a matter of time before we get some game time into these other guys. I think Ben's transformation over the last 6 months has been, he's still growing, he's still young, so his body's still growing, but his understanding of the way that we want to play has definitely gone through the roof, and very happy with what he's putting out there. And JJ had, probably his best run ever in Munster colours in terms of number of games started in a row and continuity to his game, so he's got a really good understanding of how we want to play at the moment as well. So at the moment those two are really cemented in that position and doing a really good job. Definitely not reading too much into it. So they had a bye last week. Well, they had a game off last week, and they'll be nice and fresh coming into this one. They're a quality side, and I haven't been here for long enough to know what a game against Glasgow is for a Munster person, but we've certainly spoken about the emotion behind it, the physicality that comes with these sorts of games, and particularly playing up there. So we're definitely not reading anything into where they are on the table or their most recent form. We know that they're a capable side, and it's going to be a very tough match, particularly from a physical perspective. It feels like a Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is, but it's our second day of the week, right? So everything's out of whack at the moment because we are playing these Monday night games, which have been very enjoyable. And I think it's great from a spectator's point of view that there's rugby on a Monday night, definitely. We play at 8 o'clock on Monday night, so we're actually travelling up there. We're flying up there the morning of the game, which is completely different to what we would normally do. So I guess the guys have to get their head around that. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the plane taking off or landing that delays us too much. We've built in a little bit of fat over that sort of stuff. So it's going to be an unusual week in terms of the game day preparation. And I guess they're in a very similar situation to us in terms of lockdown. So, when we get into the country there, we've got to be very careful with how far away we go from our allotted area. And then we're going to fly back straight after the game that night. So it's a challenge. That in itself is a challenge, let alone coming up against a team like Glasgow. Picking up 5 points is great. We always start the game, or we certainly chat before the game about just getting the win first and foremost. And if we can get the bonus point, then that is a bonus. We've definitely been adding to our game. I think particularly this season, we ended off last season against Leinster with a lot of the stuff we were doing last season. We've put a few modifications and changes into our program and into the way that we want to attack over the last sort of 6 weeks, and that's ongoing. So we're not where we need to be. We're not where we want to be at this stage. We're definitely looking for, that improvement over the season. And this is just another step for us that there's a few changes this week that we've made to everything. A couple of little fixes, but a couple of changes that want to take us in a slightly different direction.
No, not particularly. I played there quite a bit over the last few years and kind of chopping and changing depending on plays and with Damien. And he's, I'm still defending at 12 offset piece and stuff. He's defending at 13. So, yeah, no, nothing's changed for me. Just concentrating on my game as normal and, try and add as much as I can to the team. Good. Yeah, it's been great. He's obviously, as you said, a World Cup winner, so he can add a lot of experience to our side at the moment, especially with a lot of young guys coming through. So, he's been great for us so far this season, and, I enjoy playing with him. And, I think we've had a good partnership going the last couple of weeks, so hopefully that will continue into the coming weeks. We're trying to improve our attack each week, and, it's slow and steady kind of thing. You can't just change an attack game drastically, so we're adding small bits each week, You know, and I think it's going well so far, and you know, I think you can definitely see it week to week that our attack's definitely improving, and you know, hopefully we'll keep heading in that direction.